easily and so hard that like upgrading the solar farm has like no noteworthy benefit for us. I will take the temp boost here, just make sure we are hopefully not losing. And yeah, that's that. So here, for those who asked, like, you can see, like, we shielded quite a bit, and it was only the duct tape and the setup with the duct tape. And even though we might have one anyway, I feel like this is rather the more consistent play over like 3 extra burn on the core here. So I mean, I explained it, but here you could have seen it if you watched the fight closely. I feel like sometimes that helps you to understand my reasoning if you get like and feeling for it when you see it visually. It's day 8. We can high roll here on the skills, and I don't think the other options like are that likely to increase our level. I don't think though I want to buy those skills because they will show up again then. Question is it more important to use cinders on core or on soldering gun on this board? I would always use it on the core, and here core cooldown though is more important than extra scraps on the duct tape. I will explain in the next fight, okay? Do I want to look at skills on day 8 or take the extra health? So I feel like I still brick way too often on skills, and 250 health, especially since I'm low, is kind of something I feel like would help me in the poison lizard matchup a lot over, I don't know, random skill. So if I get like a good haste skill, we can ditch the solar farm and increase by a lot. So it's like high roll versus consistency a little bit. My intuition tells me this is just more consistency here. Do we? I mean, I feel like B1, B2 is the call. Question is if we're like wanna get rid of stuff in the stash, and my answer is no, because, well, no. Upgrading the Uzi here has no benefits for us. So the question is if I just like, you know, want easily coming by this upgrade, buy it. I will still have like a very decent amount of gold. I don't think we're struggling in this game at all. So let's do it. Though we have a full haste uptime, and the only reason I bought it is to get like a little bit more regen here, and because I could easily afford it and it was just there. So that way it is okay, but if you have not like the financial means, don't prioritize upgrading this. So my opinion on the cinders is the following. It might be true that, especially with like the core cooldown how it is here, that the soldering gun should proc just a little bit more often. But if my opponent has a beta ray, I'm a little bit more screwed here, and this is not proccing as often. And then I like the consistency of the ignition core, and therefore I will often put it here on the ignition core. Yeah, that is my reasoning. So I would put it most of the time here on the ignition core, or like nearly always put it on the ignition core. There might be like some other considerations sometimes, but in most cases they're not. Chocolate is falling off, though 1 XP is also not as impactful, but let's take the XP here. Non-weapon items is better than the weapon ones. There is a chrono barrier, and it's before like our free upgrade, so hell yeah. Though it will also be interesting how to fit this. Because like if we say we're also putting in a chrono barrier here, it's getting scuffed. So what has to happen probably is the solar farm has to go out, because otherwise we are weakening ourselves, and we like We delay our opponent, but we are not doing anything in the time where we're delaying our opponent, and then we're losing anyway. Like I had like one game off stream yesterday where my opponent had like I think like a diamond chrono barrier, and I was like scared because it was like a ignition core mirror, and then he had like also mids in there, and then he had like a few other items, but it took him way longer to get like his burn scaling up than me. Even he had like a diamond chrono barrier, and the reason was he had like so many items that just like did nothing, like in form of damage output, that I still got over the line, and easily over the line. I mean, I was strong. It's not like no, but what I mean is you cannot run both of these items, because then where's your damage coming from? Like you don't have enough triggers on the core. You have not enough charges on the core. You have not enough triggers for the solar farm. It's all getting scuffed. So I would say in most cases this is better than this, like for sure if it's diamond. But you have to choose. We will do this after the fight though, after we upgrade that, and we can still decide whether our potential matchup is with the Chrono Barrier better. Like against a Pygmalion, I would consider still probably even the Solar Farm, because I feel like against a Pygmalion, the Chrono Barrier impact is not as crazy, whereas against the other opponents, Chrono Barrier is just like winning you most of the time, so you should definitely take Chrono Barrier there. Even though like burn items are good, here dually skills have like potential for a haste skill or cooldown reduction and stuff, so we're gonna do this for sure. So while reducing the cooldown for 10% is pretty good, this is also like okay-ish, and even this is an okay skill. Getting haste here on the core for free with the skill is kind of important, so we're gonna do this. Here, though, with stay 9, we should start getting more skills in. Even like upgrading the skill will just make it a little bit more haste in the beginning, so even that would be good. Those are no skills of consideration here for me. This though is pretty good. It's pretty good. So this is doing probably more than the solar farm. We have like haste at least on the core. So goodbye solar farm. Hello, you're a beauty. Here I want to have LEDs in combo with Chrono Barrier, and especially since my next opponent is a Pygmalion, I will take the 2 rays and the full setup for the soldering gun. And yeah, I feel like this is kind of strong. We will have a hasted core for sure, I would say. We're like a little slower now, but our opponent's is a lot slower, so I would wager this is pretty good. Can someone explain to me why so many people play Metronome with Companion Core? I mean, very early, if you don't have enough sources for haste, that's pretty good. Other than that, I would say people see the tech haste and think, oh, this is synergy, and then they want to do it. I would say as soon as you find like decent friends, I wouldn't run a metronome in general. There might be consideration to make the start of the combat a little bit more in your favor. And if you struggle a lot with this, there might be sometimes argument in that direction. But in most cases, I feel like people just, I don't know, want to force the monitor lizard whenever they see it. They do it with and without the companion core, and in their mindset, the metronome is like so many triggers on the lizard, and then they do it. Maybe they also don't know that there is an internal cooldown actually on the lizard, and they think now the lizard is proccing faster. Like there's a lot of like small knowledge that would that is needed, and I would wager some people that never have watched streams might not know that. So I would say those are the reasons. I would say we're cleaning up here a little bit. I don't think the GPU will get used. We have like a letting of steam skill here. Probably we also never will have a place for the bomb squad again. So those are out. Those are like tax I might want to use, because I'm inclined to say, even though chocolate is not the like as much health anymore, it's still a decent amount, and I would like to do that. I will look at small items. I can like lavishly spend here a little bit at least. There is a PV fight coming up. Can I take out a Lord Arcan here? I should. I would say I should. I should be strong enough. So hopefully I'm not wrong there. Was it ever a consideration to upgrade the burn ray? No. I could upgrade a Chrono barrier, and that is my win condition here, because my opponent now has like 2 seconds longer cooldowns. That is such a huge power increase. And to be fair here, while upgrading the Omega Ray actually is kind of decent, right? It's only one more burn, so it's just, you know, like an increase on the power level of the Omega Ray by what is it, 33%? Like, it's one more burn. And while that is good, and you should try to upgrade this, and if you don't have a better target, it's still probably better to upgrade the I don't know, the ray over the core or the duct tape or whatever else here on the board, because obviously it's still more power level to gain there. Like, that's easy, but like it's not ever over the chrono barrier. So yeah, I take the health here. I know there are scraps and stuff, but I feel like they're not as impactful anymore. On day 10, 11, 12, the output of damage is kind of high, and just having like extra health especially helps you if you have like a poison opponent. I will take the relax here though. I feel strong. I just want to win the last few games. We can consider here looking at weapon skills, though it will be tough to fit in a weapon. I like the setup more. I don't want to have the weapons, so I take the freebie. Feel like that is probably the best here, and yeah, that's okay. We're selling that off and go for the fight. It is harder for the core to haste itself, also triggers 2 more haste, which means 2 more poison. I mean, that argument, I will not say it's completely irrelevant, but I will make the counter argument, right? So if you have like full haste uptime on the lizard, the extra haste you generate is not relevant, right? So therefore that has no impact to your strength. Second of all, having like friends will also, like, first of all, give you like 1 more haste target if your core procs, as well as charge your core. So you will also get extra haste if I have like a friend instead of a metro. Thirdly, I also have 1 more active target. So the slow and freezes can maybe get a hit instead of the core on the extra small friend I play, or whatever, over the metronome. Like the metronome is no target for freeze, and therefore I'm more likely to get freezes, for example, on the core, which is like by far the worst. Fourth, you argue that you need haste on the core. The lizard has haste, and the Aiden has haste. And most of the time, your friends are already hasted. And then you have like 2 items that will be probably also get upgraded at some point, that are also hasting the core. So you always, without any skills, will have at least a decent amount of haste on the core just from those 2 items you'd standardly run. And therefore, I would say, even though I see your argument, Gladiatorix, I would wager it's still, in most cases, or as often as I see it at least, not correct to run the metronome. But it's just my point of view. Core cooldown reduction seems kind of strong here, so I want to do that. I don't need extra gold here in this spot, so I can skip the sparring partner. I take the freebie. I don't want any weapons here. I know this already. I will go for the chocolate again. Feels like probably one of the better improvements for me. I will easily fight the Awakening District though. I have a lot of slow and extra cooldown increase, and I'm kind of strong. I will take Cinders here. I don't think the other options are better. I don't think Soul of District here in this setup on the dually is the item to go for. A free haste item, I'd rather look at 6 items here. See what I can get. Nothing I really want. I take the free fight though. Question, are internal cooldowns same for all items? They should. They were like rolling out internal cooldowns for the items like I think 1 or 2 patches ago, and they missed like very few, and now they should have fixed everything. If I don't know if it's still true, but like some enchanted items can sometimes very rarely still pass the internal cooldown. I don't know if it's still out there. It was at least a little bit out there, but I would say for nearly all items it is the case now, especially those you encounter regularly. So I would say yes. And it's always, I think, around 5 times per second, if I'm not fully mistaken there. Setup is like this. I feel strong. Let's keep go and win this fight. Also, I want to figure out if I can use like the poll function with Chatterino. I have not figured that out, so I will just do that. Then I can make a poll about what to do next. Unrecognized command. Unfortunate. So I have to probably use the tier. So I made a poll. What's happening next? I will take a very small break and then be back. Feel absolutely free to raise your vote here. I'm happily at the moment to do all of the options that are kind of this game is giving me. So whatever you feel I will do next. Also, if I missed something that I should consider doing with this game to make an enjoyable stream here, feel absolutely free also to write in chat, and next time I might consider to add that option as well. I can also change it up a little bit, like if like it seems like at the moment it's rather close between 2 options. I can also like alternate between those 2 options maybe, or do one, and if I'm tired of one, do the other or something. We will see about that. I will just be back in like 2 minutes after the poll is ending. Thank you for tuning in already this morning. Hope you have a good day or good evening if you're on the other side of the world. And yeah, hope you stay around. See you just in a bit. Okay, I am already back here. I will restart my client though. And then I have seen that the majority wanted to see me play Pygmalion. So we're gonna do this at least first. And then we decide whether we want to at least alternate a little bit here. I don't mind at all. Also playing ranked. And obviously with the AKA concede a lot, it was like halfway a joke. But also at the moment, I would say to climb here, you need to use the concede button if you feel like you didn't have the right tempo anymore. So yeah, okay, Pygmalion it was. I am happily trying to play Pygmalion. I actually enjoyed it a little bit. It did feel powerful lately when we played it on stream. So that was actually kind of nice. Okay. There's a Regal Blade. I would say it's a kind of an easy pick. We realized that Regal Blade is kind of powerful. I mean, probably this is like a lot of economy early, but like having like a silver Regal Blade early should be just way more powerful. I would say the others are no consideration in comparison. So this is like 12 gold, and then it's 24 gold. So we will swim in money, and Pygmalion likes money. But like, what is money if you can have power already, right? Like damage, power. So I would say that is an easy pick here, the Regal Blade. That's a good start. Heal and regen skills. Small shield is a freebie. Or we go to Sterling and see if there is like one item in the first on the first side, like a medium silver item that is just amazing. I would say Sterling has maybe the goods. Okay. Do we want to buy any of those? When you win a fight, you get a pickle. Well, synergy is not too big here. When you use a property, well, I don't think so. I mean, 10 shield and 10 heal every 4 seconds is kind of something. But then I cannot really scale the Regal Blade anymore because I'm lacking, my finances are lacking a little bit more. So how impactful is like 10 heal and 10 shield on day 1 and 2? I mean, it is a way slower Aiden, kinda. But like 10 shield and 10 heal is helping you a little bit in the early fights, right? It's not nothing. I mean, you don't get like the haste and I don't know, charges that you get on Dooley's side when you use a Aiden in general. So it's obviously not the same as an Aiden. But like Aiden actually kind of carries there. It's just like a very slow Aiden though. And the shield, I don't like it. I don't know if it is correct, but I don't like it. Do we like Kyber Drone or do we like Fanged Inglot? So both have like a 50% chance to drop us a weapon. Here I get a gold, no, 2 gold, maybe no, it's 1, right? 1 gold. Here I get more, so I'm inclined to say let's go with the drone. Also, should be okay to have this on the board. We should win anyway. I don't like want to say Peggles are no fun, but they are not strong, right? Like, I mean, I get like a little bit of scaling if I have a lot of those, but I don't feel they are strong. Do we want to look for medium items? I mean, I would wager we would like all those medium weapon builds that we want to do are medium items. So let's do that. So there's a doggy. We had like good experience with those two. So 20 damage for like 2 gold each. Yeah, that is something we want to do, right? So we're gonna sell this, we're gonna sell this, we're gonna buy this. I don't think rerolling here is really, really good in our favor since we use the weapons here. So even though, like, I don't know, going here and go shopping maybe increases us a little bit, this is just like XP for the future, and we need XP for the future, right? As well as coming with gold, and therefore, like, we have like opportunity costs to go here, right? It's like we skip kind of this if we go to the left to Kina, and if we do this, we should get like a lot of value out of Kina, and we cannot because we are like not really rich here. And since we will need to pick experience anyway, it is way better now to pick the experience in gold, and next time when we have a lot more gold, go to Kina. So I'm a lot more inclined to do this. I know the downside though is obviously that I could have had a little bit more strength here, because I would have like bought and sold a few small items, maybe even weapons, and obviously that might makes a little bit of a difference if we are losing this fight or it is a close fight. But also, I hope I get here over the line. I don't know, actually. Looks kind of like a strong opponent. I still need to have 2 more hits at least, right? Doesn't look that way. It like 12 HP here. He had 3 regen. Oh, she's non-weapon items. Yeah, so there's no scaling for the Regal Blade. It would only be the dog.